Pounders, we are back. And today I have welcome with me TB Bucks, also known as Drew. What's going on, my man?
Not a whole lot. I'm excited to get back to this. Second time now, huh?
Yeah, this is number 2. Drew, you can find him on the Twitter machine. Link is in the description, as well as in our Discord where you frequent. What do you think about the Discord?
I think it's been awesome, man. It's the first time I really dove into a Discord. So, no, it's been fun. There's a bunch of guys and girls over there that are, all times of the night, man. You want to do a night draft or anything?
True.
Hop on, go into the currently drafting, ask which sicko's up and wants to draft. And yeah, you can fill a draft pretty quick.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. 3 a.m. You're waiting on 9. Just posted it in the Discord, currently drafting.
No biggie.
And it's pretty sick. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's fun.
But other than that, we do have some resources on there. The draft guide has been complete, and that is completely free for subscribers to the YouTube channel. You guys, Patreon members, got it 3 days early. What do you think about the draft guide? What would you like? What don't you like?
I mean, other than Chris Godwin being yellow, it'll look good. We have a few guys that we differ on, and I mean that's known. But no, I think it's awesome, especially for free. Like, why wouldn't you sign up for it?
Hell yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm a big guy on reputation, and what better way to, gain the public's trust than put out a draft guide that should be behind 2 paywalls and an infomercial for free for the people. Exactly.
I like it.
I'll give everyone a little peep at that right now. Maybe with my head in the shot. There we go. And it's just value based. And we got 7 rounds of player write-ups. And it's basically everyone's ranked based on their ADP at the time it was posted when the BBM was 18% full. So you'll see ADPs that change. I think that's important to keep track of these ADPs. Are you going to be drafting Alexander Mattison at his new ADP as he sort of still continues to rise?
I mean, I was kind of drafted him before. I wasn't off him. I wasn't like way on him. And I mean, as he rises, I'm probably just going to let that one play out. I mean, I might sprinkle him in once or twice, but it's definitely not a priority. Let's put it that way.
I hear you. I can't touch him right now, but I think sprinkling him in like 1 or 2% of the time is sort of where I'm going to be at his current price.
It's got to fall perfect too, right? Like, past ADP, got some Packers on the team. It's like, I need a running back. It's like, all right, well, you're gonna. I'm still waiting for that to happen to me with Christian Watson. But
do you have any shares of Christian Watson?
I do. I have 2, and one of them happened. I was in your Discord when it happened. My queue didn't work, and
oh, come on,
and it picked Christian Watson at the top. I went into your Discord. I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is how I get my first Christian Watson share. I guess it's a sign. So I actually built it out, and I got love, and so I have 1.
Okay, so if that lineup cashes, you have agreed to donate that to the Pounders in the.
For sure. If that we'll do something for the Pound 100%. If that Watson lineup cashes, not a min cash or anything, but if it cashes something decent, I promise. I don't know what it'll be, but yes,
we're gonna be drafting from space next year with the Pound.
Mm-hmm.
Some quick shout outs.
Watson jersey.
Slumdog, Derek, Fancy Dysfunctional, ER7, Coleman, Dennis, and Fancy Football Garage, aka the Candyman. Welcome to the live stream. We're about to jump into a BBM. Drew, are you gonna jump in with us?
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to.
I'm gonna join.
We're gonna see how this goes. All right.
Waiting on 2, so you gotta get those fast fingers.
We'll see. All right, man.
Sicko, so fast.
Unless I mean, I could be in an overfill, I guess, but I don't think so.
Okay, I'm on the back end at the 10 spot, which is fine. You are behind
12.
me.
Son of a.
You're at the 12. We got Omega, Humble Legend, Scam Newton looks familiar, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of Omega King. So we got a couple pounders in here. Brian H says he missed it. It's
Not
all
as
right.
many as I thought. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. When you join and there's only 2 left, we sort of luck out a little bit, keep the pounders out. It's tough. I will tell you, it is tough when you give everyone your draft guide and your thoughts, and just now they're sniping you. And I am curious to see where Diggs goes. There is a little bit of scare going around the Twitter machine about him absent from minicamp. I think it's a little bit of overreaction right now, but
Yeah.
it's enough for me to put Brown ahead of him. It's enough for me to put, honestly, Lamb. I don't mind Lamb ahead of Diggs anyways. That's just one of my hot takes.
The only reason I like taking Diggs a little bit higher right now is to possibly get Allen in the 3rd, like each pick earlier, right? Gives you a better shot. So
exactly. So like
and
30,
Hurts,
31.
I haven't seen Hurts like making that big turn back like Allen has. So I mean, that's the only reason I'm similar to most in the first round. My exposures are pretty. I just pick who's on top most of the time.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you really have to get too crazy with the exposures in the first. I'd say my biggest fade right now is Bijan, but we did project that Eckler was going to move ahead of Bijan. That happened relatively quickly. I'd say Kelsey's another one of mine that I like him to fall a couple spots before I make the click. But basically those two, and I'm mixing everyone else in. Like you said, I like CMC at 5 here. It sort of looks like he's trending that way too.
That seems to be the norm, 4 or 5.
Yeah. But it's interesting with Josh Allen's ADP moving down to 27 now. We do see him fall to this range of, where Diggs sometimes goes 30, 31 pretty regularly. And it's what's most strange about that is you have Lamar Jackson. So if Josh Allen falls 3 picks to 30, you're picking Lamar Jackson 4 picks after now. It just doesn't feel as good anymore.
It just doesn't feel like the rest of the quarterback market is dropping quite as severely as these top guys are. So it's going to close that gap, right? It's going to make getting those 3 elite guys is just going to feel even better, because I don't see Lamar dropping too far, right? Like throughout the rest of it. I don't. So.
I've had a couple where he's fallen like 7, 8 picks, but again, that really, for this room, your first goal in this tournament is to outplay this current room. And you have to adjust. If the 3 elite QBs come off the board early, that's good for Lamar's, price point where he goes. If they all go off late, I think that gives you a disadvantage in your current room. So I do like to, and we know 2 out of 12 move forward. So it's not like it's 3 out of 12. It's not like it's the high stakes 4 out of 12 where you can sort of do what you want. You have a little more leniency.
Yeah. You got to be a little more deliberate.
I'm cool with getting Wilson here. Wilson after ADP and Diggs after ADP. That's relatively different start in my opinion.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhat unique. I'm not letting Bijan go out of the first round. I don't care.
Yeah, I like Bijan at 12. I really like Bijan at 12.
Yeah. He's going to get so much volume. He is. I don't know. Taylor going at 11 is kind of fun.
Yeah, but it's not different, right? Like he's a faller right now. So to bring him up to the 11th spot, I think is weird because it's not different from a month ago when, Best Ball Mania opened. Jonathan Taylor was regularly going at 11, right? So we see Mahomes
I had to get
go off at 19.
Brain back into Best Ball Mania mode. I'm in a puppy mode, so the ADP fluctuations a little weighted differently, I guess is the way to put it. So I gotta.
So what I've noticed is once the puppy, like a lot of people are focusing the puppy right now. Maybe they went hard on Best Ball Mania, or they're just scaling back. I find these drafts are a little lighter the last few days because people are focusing the puppies. Because I mean, even other influencers and YouTubers are doing the puppies. It kind of draws the crowd over there, and I'm just like sneakily drafting these BBMs as of late. I am maxing it, so I'm
Smart.
trying to get to 100 by July 1st, which is like 3 a day. It's nothing ridiculous because I'll do 2 at a time.
Yeah.
It is tough because it's like 40 minutes each. If you're just doing one, that takes up a good amount of the day.
Yeah. If I was maxing it, I agree with you 100%. When these smaller dollar tournaments are out, everyone floods to it. So you get much more, I don't want to call them soft. I feel like there isn't even soft rooms anymore. Like everyone knows what they're doing or they just don't. And the people who don't know what they're doing make it even harder. So it's like,
sometimes,
I don't know.
Sometimes I had a Noah Fant. Someone selected Noah Fant 40 picks before ADP, and like Fant was just my guy to double stack Geno on the back end. This was during a cardio draft too, so it was sunny out, and I didn't see Fant went 45 picks before ADP. I'm like, where is this guy?
You're like scrolling for him. Like,
I'm like looking for him on the board. Like I went down 2 full rounds. Like where
did he drop?
162. Someone picked Noah Fant. But I just did another one, cardio draft today, and Hill went at the 1 spot. And people are still doing funky stuff. Here we go. We got Jalen Hurts going at 28. So honestly, that hurts this Mahomes pick. Like this is a significant disadvantage.
That's just secure in the stack, right? Like that's all you're doing right there. You know, when you make that click, it's not the best value. It's not, but I mean, if you get this team to week 17, are you going to be too upset that that you made that click in the second round? So I get it, especially if like you're at the point of your exposures where you're like, I just don't have enough. I've tried to get the weighting, right? Like I've tried to take Kelsey at 1. Wait, I can't get it. I'm going to get mine here just to make sure I have some of those teams, even if it might not be the best EV team.
D-Hop, I like this pick to go with Mahomes.
Yeah, and Kelsey.
Especially right now, because if D-Hop was set to go to KC, he would likely be going at this 2-3 turn, in my opinion.
I think he'd hop Metcalf for sure.
Yeah, I would think. I could see that. I could see that. Humble Legend doesn't let us get Josh Allen. I don't blame him. Josh Allen at 31 is just like, for me, it's an automatic click if I'm in that range.
Yeah, that's another one. I'm a little underweight on Allen, so I keep being that asshole that he's fallen, and I'm like, I'll take him. Sorry, Diggs guy. Like, I waited for this moment.
It's fine that you're underweight right now because he's falling. This is the best time to draft him.
What I waited for.
Exactly. So I'm on that same boat. I'm gonna go Breece Hall here. A couple picks after ADP. We also get the Jets correlation. So we'll see what you do at the 12 spot.
See, it's so ugly right here. That's the only reason I somewhat get your Watson pick. But again, we've had this conversation. I just like the grouping behind him. I think it's better. Yep. I'd rather build there.
Let's see. Real quick, if you guys haven't already, drop a like on the live stream. Show Drew and I a little bit of love. We have 6 spots remaining on the Patreon Founders Redraft League. So if you haven't already signed up, the link is in the description for that, as well as join the Discord. You're missing out. I like the Debo pick here. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know what I want to do with this next pick. This range what?
This range is kind of tricky. I don't mind Lamar. I don't mind Najee. But again, like Lamar with the fallen Allens.
I'm gonna let you guys get your Watson fallen. I'll take the London
you don't like,
share.
We know you don't.
I almost did it. I almost did it just for fun on the street. I couldn't do it. Give me luck.
Your fingers wouldn't let you click it.
I almost did. I thought about it. If he falls and I see him in one, I'll take it just to build a team.
Ridley 8 picks after. I guess I have to do it. I was kind of hoping Cooper would come back to me for the game stack. It didn't happen. No pouting here. We'll just go a fallen Calvin Ridley. Honestly, should he be at 31. Like, I don't think so.
No, but I like
39. Yeah, exactly.
I thought about him or London, but 3 by week 9s, and I don't really want to start with that. I know you can get out of it, but
Come on.
you don't have
That's
to start that way. Yeah, it really isn't. Is not necessary.
I have to post my 2 cardio drafts, and one I had like 5 by week 13s, like through 7 rounds. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I've had a couple like that, and it's not a huge deal, but I mean, if you have other options, why not take them?
Yeah, if that's going to be like the 50-50, I get it. Like in that draft, I have 3 receivers that are playing that aren't week 13. It's like, do good. Please
you know who's going to get into your lineup.
Exactly. Humble legend with Mike Williams, Josh Allen, T. Higgins, AJ Brown. Which start do you like so far? Tell me it's Star Fox, right? You like this 0 wide receiver build, right? This is exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, I just did this last night in your Discord.
he definitely doesn't need a receiver, right? And then on top of that, this guy, Scam Newton's thinking, well, Lamar's mine. This guy needs to pick a receiver. I mean, Hoodie most likely doesn't need a QB. Yeah. But he brings it back with the Kirk, so he's not tilting yet.
Everybody on that side of the draft, like, get some receivers over there, guys.
It's fine. They're falling back to us on the back end. I don't mind that at all.
It's fun.
Joe Burrow at 47. What do you think about James Robinson leaving? I think I'll just give you my view first. I think there's some early victory laps going on for Mondre on the Twitter machine where I didn't mind James Robinson there. And I was more comfortable drafting Ramondre with James Robinson being there, in my opinion. Right now, if they do decide to bring in another vet, Dalvin Cook is a potential landing
You think
spot.
they'd go with that big of a vet? I mean, you're the Patriots guy. I don't really.
Bill likes to run the ball.
In my mind, that'd be freaking crazy. I get Bill likes to run the ball, but that'd be.
Bill likes to run the ball. I don't know how much trust he has in Mac Jones, so
that's fair.
I don't know. I just had more certainty in my mind with James Robinson there for the Mondre click, and I have a good amount of Mondre. Like I have 16 or 17% right now, so I am starting to click around him just for the time being. A little more certainty on news, I think, can go a long way.
I honestly was never taking James Robinson into account. I have 0 shares. I was drafting Pierre Strong. He's just been let go by 3 teams now, traded, let go. Right. He hasn't been good when we saw him. We're seeing Akers. He bounced back. Great. But it still is a very hard injury to come back from, right?
Oh yeah, Achilles for sure.
So maybe he just doesn't have it, man. He was a fun play for a while, but I don't know. I was off him. Pierre Strong and what's your other dude's name?
Israel Benaconda, Zach Evans.
Oh no, the Patriots other guy. What's their other? Don't they have another running back?
Is it Ty Montgomery or something like that?
Oh no, I haven't really. Never mind. I thought there was another person.
There is.
No.
Kevin Harris. I mean, he mixes in a little bit.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I do have a fair share of Pierre Strong and 0 James Robinson. Mm-hmm. I could see them bringing in someone though. I could in my mind, it's going to be someone like Lenny though.
Ayuk goes at 49. And if you guys read the draft guide, that's where I have him going right after Kirk. I just like that. I like that click there. Sorry, guys.
What'd you do?
I got to go lock it here first. And
oh my God. What?
Reason being is Marquise Brown's he's a little scary for me right now where I have a good amount of shares early when Best Ball Mania opened, and I just need a little bit of certainty now with Kyler. Just let me know he's coming back week 5. I'll be happy. I'll be slamming him in the lineup, but
he's one of my highest owned receivers, and I don't need anything. I'm gonna keep on slamming him.
That's fine.
I love the upside, man.
It's tough though with a team that has a 4.5 win total, Vegas odds.
Listen, I'm on Godwin. I'm on Brown. So if you want to be on the team with just shit overall records, yeah, that's me. I have a lot of Brown teams.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring in the double click here. Both Seattle pass catchers think it's interesting. Obviously, Geno becomes a target for me.
Yeah, Geno's like a must get there.
Mm-hmm. 106.
I've been sniped a few times when I've done the double Seattle, and it just hurts. There's certain double snipes that hurt more than other double snipes. Mm-hmm. And that one hurts me because it's a rare one for me to click. So when I do it, like as bad as, you can pivot here or there. No, I want it when I do the double.
I agree. I completely agree. It does pain you. It does pain you a little extra when it's a stack that is different for your portfolio.
Yeah.
You're like, what could have been? You know,
let's do it. It always falls, and then some asshole.
I guess it still ends up being different. It's just a little naked different, you know?
Yeah, it's just not the different I wanted.
But I'm pissing this draft. No surprise here. Back end, I feel like it's so easy to get your receivers at a comfortable spot. But now I think need a little bit of falling value to come back this way. And I'm obviously looking for anything but wide receiver with this next pick. But if it happens to be a receiver, I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah. I don't think Aaron Jones fall into the turn right there. If I'll take him every time there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I do love Aaron Jones there.
Yeah, I mean, I take him. I showed you my Green Bay exposures. I'm pretty high on the running backs, lukewarm on receivers not named Watson, lukewarm on Musgrave.
No one's catching the ball. In Drew's mind, Green Bay is going to score 0 touchdowns through the air.
No, they're just going to go to Musgrave. Aaron Jones can catch touchdowns. Yeah, Aaron Jones can catch them.
Yeah, and he's been getting some work.
Jordan Love struggling to just, check it down. Go to
Jones and Love have been getting some work in, doing some route running and stuff in their off time. So I think that's definitely a good sign for Aaron Jones. This is like you don't hear about the running back dead zone for this year. You rarely hear anyone talking about it anymore because I think J.K. Dobbins, I think Aaron Jones, these people going in this range are actually really good. Kenneth Walker going at 55. Like, I'm on board with Walker at 55.
Yeah.
So
anywhere in the fifth round, Walker feels good.
And I think it's because these receivers are being pushed up into the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round. They're all being pushed up a round or so that these running backs are now becoming the best values available.
Yeah. All right. I'm checking something really quick because I don't know. Does Underdog have a touchdown line for Love?
Yeah.
No. Do they have one for
Watson?
No,
they don't.
No, they don't have one for either of them. It's because they don't trust it either.
Well, they probably don't.
They don't have one.
They wouldn't know how to market, right?
Nah. 850 yards for Watson.
How they make their money is balancing, right? If they can get 50% on one line, 50% on the other, and they're taking 10% rake and it hits in the middle, like, they're fine.
Godwin 75 yards above Watson. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but look at the Odell numbers too. Odell's like set for like 600, 650 yards. There's some weird
575. I'm sure it got bet down. I haven't been looking at these, so I don't know if they've changed, but Odell's at 575 now.
Goats, welcome to the live stream.
Below Bateman.
Says started Chase Higgins and decided to pass on Burrow for the Herbert Williams Quentin stack since Williams fell. Stupid or unique? I think that's fine. Williams. I think that's fine.
Get some Mims later.
Let's
for the
see.
bring back.
You want to know what? I think this is pretty cool. Just a naked Watson to go with the jet stacks. Get a couple rushing touchdowns or just spread the ball.
All right, what are we going to do here? I think we're going to go with, I think he's still one of your favorite picks, but Brandon Cooks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get a little Detroit bring back. And
yeah. How can you go wrong with a Week 17 Dallas versus Detroit dome game? Brandon Cooks. I like the wall.
It's got to be the best, right? Like KC, my problem with KC in Cincinnati 50 draft. I like it. Let's make this more EV.
50 likes and I will draft Antonio Brown. You got it. James Conner's probably my click here. I need to go running back in my opinion. Like Elijah Moore, yes, for the correlation, but if Hopkins goes over to Cleveland, like Elijah Moore tanks, in my opinion. Amari Cooper, probably a full round plus, has to tank.
Amari Cooper's like a little better than Elijah Moore now, if that happens. Like I don't want a whole lot of him.
I think this is something we both agree on. Like Deshaun Watson is the biggest benefactor of Hopkins going over. Like even Njoku, like he has to drop behind Freiermuth. I don't think he would go too far.
I don't want that to happen. I don't. I like Elijah Moore. I like Njoku. Give me a little Donovan Peoples-Jones late. Like they're all dead if that happens. Whereas go to Kansas City, kill them all. I don't care. I have such little Kansas City receivers. Like bye, kill them all.
I agree. I think it's like KC with Mahomes. That would destroy MVS. That would destroy Sky Moore. See you later. That Tony, bye. Like all those guys would be extreme fallers with D Hop over there with Kelsey.
Yeah.
They would have 60% of the target share,
if not more. I might take the over. I legitimately might take the over. If Patty got to throw to those two and then he looked down the depth chart and it was Tony and Sky Moore and MVS, like no, I'll throw it to these two and hand it to Pacheco when I don't want to throw it to them.
I don't know if people remember last year, like if anyone else played DFS, DraftKings, whatever, you're trying to look for these Mahomes stacks, and Mahomes would get there, but the pass catcher just would fall short every single week. MVS had one game last year that was like, okay, he was a top 12 receiver. So it's that type of offense
this year too. Like that's just the guy MVS is. And that's like Patty throwing him the ball. Like he only needs one or two catches in a game to make it happen.
Yeah, I know, but he just never has been that impactful. He'd never.
No, you're
even in Green Bay when Rodgers had the MVP season, like MVS didn't have a great year. No. So he's one of I've been fading him. Now at this price point, he was much more expensive on the big board. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was in the 130s.
I don't remember though.
And I completely fade him there. But 156, I mean, if I have Mahomes.
And he falls from there a good amount. The 156. So
I just don't think he's that
mind
good.
In there. That's fair. I mean, I've never thought he was a great player, but he can spike. Damn it. If there's someone that's going to catch like a 95-yard bomb versus the Bengals in a shootout, like probably Valdez-Scantling. Maybe Tony, I guess, but it ain't going to be Kelsey. Moore ain't going to do it. Like
no. Mahomes just spreads the ball. So like Mahomes is a QB along with Josh Allen. Like he'll spread the ball to 8 different pass catchers. It's like, how many people do you have on the field?
And that's why I was saying that's why I kind of like MVS almost the most out of all of them, because I don't need 10 targets with him. Like give me 2 from Patty and I hope he busts one and he pays off late round.
I don't know. I guess I prefer people with better red zone upside late. Like MVS just isn't a big click for me. Like I'd rather Tyquan Thornton we're getting him at 185 and Shaheed, but these receivers are still being pulled up the board.
Yeah. Curious to see where everyone ends now that the casuals seem to be coming in slowly but surely.
Welcome back.
I don't think we've gotten the flood yet, but definitely got like the first wave coming in. It's been fun changing a few ADPs.
I like the Charbonnet click. We are going to go Njoku here for the correlation with Deshaun Watson in the Jets game. Is this due to wild card or has he been staying on pace? He's been pretty
in between us.
Yeah, getting his guys, but
yeah, I haven't noticed anything too like this. He
did just go naked Dak.
Does he have? No, he doesn't have any lines because I have. Well, I guess he could have. Let's see. What am I doing here? Let's go Antonio Gibson.
I like it.
And let's do this. Let's get the Waller, Danny Dimes stack. I
thought you were going Richardson.
I thought about it. I like. They're about the same to me. I mean, Richardson, of course, has like elite if he hits the point. Oh, what happened?
I saw purple. I was like, he did it. So we do get the double here with Gino. Same bye week, which I don't care about. I think that might make us unique if people are fading that.
Definitely. You could always tack on someone. Last round is your luxury pick if wanted.
Yeah.
I know the quarterback bye week seems to be a little bit more of a debate than, I don't think anyone really cares about the tight end position, right?
Especially no, because you're giving up what?
Most of us are waiting until the end anyways. Like, that's what tight
end you're giving up like 6 to 12, 6 to 11 points, something like that. Yeah. And QB, you're probably giving up, 14 to 22.
Tight end, you could legitimately be giving up a 0. Like, if you tack on a third guy in the 18th round, no matter who it is there, right? Fant, any of those guys, it's not shocking if they go out and put a 0. So, like, it might feel better, but at least with a quarterback, they're not scoring 0. Receivers, receivers are an odd one because I feel like I do care, and then I look at my teams afterwards. And I have teams like you were talking earlier that it's like apparently I don't care because I don't look at receivers enough. And,
right.
And it usually works out, especially going tight ends that can fill the flex. And
now for tight end, I think it really depends where your capital is. Like if you spent enough capital, I'm not going a third tight end even if they have the same bye week. But if you need that third tight end sort of anyways, or it's a fringe, like if you have Njoku and Chiggy or whatever, and they have the same bye week, let's use a better example. Njoku and Everett, I'm probably going to go with third tight end there anyways.
What are you doing with Schultz and Chiggy?
Dude, I like these guys at their price.
No. I mean, paired up. Are you doing because they have the same buys, they're right there. Are you good with those two, or would you prefer an 18th tacked onto them? I asked because this happened to me twice yesterday.
I need another one. It doesn't matter. Like it could be a late conk, and it's not even because
it can't be conk. Trust me, it can't be conk. I almost did it.
Hunter Henry. So for me, it's not about the bye week. I think it just needs a little more capital. I think it'll positively help your advance rates if you're doing 3 with these 2 pairings, and not just from a bye week perspective.
I do too. I did that twice yesterday, kind of on accident, and it's like, well, I guess I'm learning if I want to do 2 here or not.
Dude, I was drafting Hunter Henry before Jelani Woods in the big board, and someone called me crazy, and then they kind of sold me a little bit on Jelani, and now we're coming back full circle. Jelani falls behind Hunter Henry. And
Who
Hunter
calls
Henry
anyone
was one of
crazy
my
for that?
highest owned players on the big board. Let me take a quick peek here, but I think he was at like 26%, which is pretty nutty. But again, it was a 20-round draft. And even then, I don't think he was being drafted in the 20-round drafts.
No, I think he was free for most of it. He might have crept up.
26%.
I was
Now,
on Jaceki pretty hard before he went to New England. So on the big board, I have the other one. Not
I lucked
because
out. I lucked out fading him. He could have ended up in some good places, Cincy, where Irv Smith goes.
Chances we take.
True. See what Johnny Bags does. I believe Johnny Bags might be in the live stream, so I hesitate to give him any
Don't
bit
give
of
him
info. He's
Are you
not even
fading
going.
Penny now? Oh, I guess.
Fading?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's tough to fade someone that has high upside. It really does. Philly has they had the number 1 O-line last year, so they're going to have again top 3 O-line this season, and all I care about is the touchdowns, right? Sure, Jalen Hurts is going to steal his fair amount of rushing touchdowns. He's set at like 10.5 or 11.5 rushing touchdowns this season per Vegas, but that doesn't shy me away from the running backs. Now Swift, I think Swift is probably the one that I can't click because Hurts doesn't really check down to the running backs all that much. It's also busy. I just think Penny has the best upside for touchdowns and breaking long plays.
Yeah.
Sure. Is he injury prone? Yeah. He's got some problems there. So you got the 1-3-6-1 build going. Very balanced.
I want another running back here. I just don't know exactly who I want. Williams.
You have to start looking at who your second QB.
I kind of want Tank.
That's not a crazy reach.
Let's go Tank. Little correlation with those picks.
I mean, I like this range right here. Like, I don't mind any of these clicks, to be honest.
No.
If I go another tight end, can I stop at 2?
Probably not if it's Kincaid. Are you
I'm going
stopping at 2
Kincaid.
if it's Kincaid?
It depends. It depends. Knox did get hurt in practice today. So
did he? I didn't see that.
If it turns out to be a bigger injury than we know of right now, because so he got worked on and by trainers, and then he eventually just got up and left with them off the field.
Okay. I love Dawson. I live in Salt Lake, so Utes are in my backyard. I love it. Have them in dynasty leagues.
Same.
I just
half point PPR going at 175 on Underdog, playing for Buffalo that didn't really draft a receiver. They bring in like Deontay Hardy and Trent Sherfield, big whoop. They still need a wide receiver too. They draft a tight end in the first round. Knox still has that red zone upside. I mean,
my big board exposure is pretty good. The big board exposure is at 15% of Kincaid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he was so late. Now it's a little harder. Yeah, he was so late.
We were touting
We
were touting that draft those rookie tight ends. Now Mayer has taken a hit, but I mean that's mostly it's got to be mostly because of Jimmy G. In my opinion.
Are we really worried he's not playing? That's another one. Like, I'm not reading into it, but it seems like everybody else is. Like, why is Mayer dropping to the 20th round sometimes? I just saw him there the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Who's blocking Mayer?
Like, Jason Von Barrett says, always Hunter Henry, 15 TDs the last 2 seasons. Yeah, a half point PPR. Hunter Henry, if we just go back, I don't know about 15, but 9 here, he must be talking about 2020. He must have had 6. But he's the second highest paid tight end in the league, and he had the highest red zone targets for the Pats last season. I mean, I'm just dropping a little bit of knowledge here. Big New England guy. But
Second highest paid tight end.
I'm just saying he should be drafted every single draft. It's not like I'm putting him. I mean,
him being the second highest paid tight end in the league alone should
get him drafted.
Yeah,
I have him ahead of Mike Gesicki, to be honest. I think he's going to have more touchdown upside than Gesicki.
That's a legitimate coin flip to me. I want probably half of each, maybe a little overweight. Like, choose, if you have your guy, choose him. But I definitely want both, just because we've seen the Patriots be successful with two, right? And their receiving corpses.
And Bill O'Brien, Mosty, who was last with the Patriots during the Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez stagger. But Hart says, shout out Salt Lake. I live here too.
Who is that?
Hart.
Hart? Oh, I didn't know that. Nice.
There you go. Now you guys can go smoke that funky stuff together.
BestBall parties.
Yeah, the wives will love that.
Yeah.
What do you think about Tyler Algier going at 152? Because he's been a guy that I've been clicking more now that Devin Singletary is just like kind of rising. I think a little too far, but I get why he's in this range. There's just no one else. Yeah, Algier goes. I've been clicking Algier a lot lately. It's a team that's going to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball a whole lot.
My take on him, funny enough, is almost exactly what Nez said yesterday. I am a Bijan truther. But
you can be a Bijan truther,
maybe I'm a little too off Algier because of my love for Bijan.
This is a team that ran the ball the most out of any team last season. That's not going to change this year. And I think there's still room for a running back that showed some success last year to have a change of pace back type role. And if that means he gets in the end zone four times next season, this is a pretty good price for a running back that will have a couple spike weeks. And then on top of that, he has the upside of being a handcuff to Bijan on a team that runs the ball more than any other team in the NFL.
See, that's the biggest thing that gets me on board is I don't think Algier is going to have a significant share with Bijan healthy. I don't. But I expect Bijan to get a ton of carries. And I know that with that comes some major injury risk.
Mm-hmm.
And Algier will get that exact same role if Bijan goes down. So mine is more of the I'm taking it because I know Bijan is going to get run into the freaking ground and there's a chance that something happens.
Yeah.
More than me banking on Algier getting a 30% share, right?
Yeah. But likely if Bijan doesn't go down, Algier will probably have 25%, which is pretty good.
I would bet 20. That's I don't think I could be wrong though. Like I just, you don't take a running back that high with he doesn't have to come off the field for anything. Algier's good. He's a good player, but he's not Bijan. And it's just going to be hard for the coach to be like, all right, let's take Bijan off for this 3rd and 7 to bring Algier in. I don't know. Maybe. I admit I could be wrong, and that's why I'm coming a little more or coming around a little bit on a.
Yeah, and it's just kind of where the ADPs are shifting to, right? Where Algier wasn't one of my clicks I was really even thinking about, but now that he's in this range where sometimes Tyquan Thornton and Rashid Shaheed are gone, where I'm always down to draft a wide receiver, but if my guys aren't there, now I'm starting to pivot, and that's what you sort of have to do.
And that's someone, that you like. Even if you don't follow ADPs, like that's one thing I've given you credit for in the past is A, predicting what's going to happen with the ADPs, and B, just tracking them. But if you do enough of these and you don't track them, you can kind of tell by this. Like you'll end up clicking on players that you didn't used to click on, and you're like, why am I clicking Tyler Algier now? Like I haven't clicked him in 2 months. Like what is going on? It's because it changed, man. Like it changed up.
The range.
In that pocket, that pocket, he makes sense. Because I admit it, I'm not the best at knowing. Like, of course, I notice when Anthony Richardson shoots up 17 rounds, right? I can see that. But when it's a round here and there, I don't usually notice. But I do notice myself being like, oh, this, Jaden Reed, that's a fun click here.
This feels different. This feels different.
Yeah.
I keep track because, first off, I want to give you guys the best updated knowledge, as well as I'm doing too many drafts every single day. We're about 400 deep this off season. So it's just, my head's like a computer.
I think I'm at like no, I got to be pushing 200, a little over 200, because I maxed the big board.
That's still down. And you've been on board since basically after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I maxed the big board, so and did like 30, 40 of the Superflex ones. Then slowed down. I
think it's funny going back and looking at my draft guide that I created for everyone for the big board, and then going back and looking at the BBM one I did when the NFL schedule dropped at 6% fill rate. And then this most recent one in the Discord for the subscribers at 18%. It's interesting going back and looking at the hits and a couple of the misses, or maybe it's just news that drives a player down and then it doesn't end up happening. Like Dalvin Cook, if he doesn't go to Miami and you have these running backs from Miami falling to the 180s, 200s, not being drafted, Jeff Wilson in my last draft, if Dalvin Cook doesn't go there, those are they become values.
Oh, huge. Where was Jeff Wilson going before? Like he was always
156.
Yeah. You weren't getting him around 17, 18.
No.
Not recently. A long time ago maybe. But no, it is interesting because, again, we have no idea. We think we know, but it's like we thought we know Stroud was going to Carolina, right? How many kitty cat Stroud stacks are out there? Because everyone was thinking that's the only possibility. Like
because everyone listened to what the QB coach.
Yeah, and then everyone's like victory lapping the one that they have that's like right, and it's like, yeah, but show me how many of the other one you have that you struck out on like the rest of us. I got to make a pick here. I like Conklin as like a last second tight end. I guess I did take Love. Let's go Conklin. He started to move up. It feels like, but it still feels like a good pick. Like Aaron Rodgers tight end. I'm on board.
People finally realize like, oh wow, these tight ends are actually a value because they're gonna be on the field. So some of these running backs we're drafting are gonna be zeros. It's just the way it is. Now, some of those running backs we're drafting in this range also have the highest upside with injuries.
It's
Jones off the board. Interesting. I like Gus Edwards in this spot. A team that's gonna run the ball. Didn't add much at running back. And it's a different bye week, which is always a little bonus. But this also sets me up if I want to go another running back, like a rookie, take a shot on someone that might have high upside. But I think I have to stop there because we need a receiver and we need most likely a QB with the bye week 5s here. We'll see what falls to us. But again, I think this adds a little bit of uniqueness because teams, I don't really want to go a third QB with this amount of draft capital spent with Deshaun Watson and Geno.
Yeah. But especially with Watson as the like, you take Watson for that ultimate like Watson of 2 years ago, right? And if he is that Watson of 2 years ago, you don't care.
Oh God.
Right?
And he doesn't even have to be, though. If he falls somewhere in between of stardom and, what he looked like last year, if he gets
last year was rough.
If he gets Hopkins, like everyone's going to want a piece of Cleveland. I mean, maybe not the pass catchers, but Deshaun Watson, Chubb, I think will get a boost too. I mean, not that he can go up any higher, but just being in the red zone more often, more sustained drives with Hopkins there. I just think that Deshaun would be the biggest benefactor. He'd probably rise at least a full round.
I do think Chubb would get a nice little boost. I think that would be nice. It'd take a little bit off of him, right? So it might not get quite as much volume, maybe. But, I think his touchdowns might go up. Efficiency might go up, as crazy as that sounds. Look
at this. All three tight ends with bye week 11.
Oh, they're gonna come after you, Star Fox.
Now this is unique. This is the way.
Yeah. See, if I'm going 3 tight ends, I'm making sure one of them's not a bye week. Like, I just am. I'm 100%. Like, especially when
sir, you can have your uniqueness. You win. You win.
That is where I draw that line.
Let's see what Johnny Bags of Donuts wants to do here. I'm guessing he's going tight end. Doesn't need a QB. I might just go a little naked Brock Purdy here. San Fran, plenty of weapons to spread it around. I honestly think he could be one of the best values in this whole draft if he's the starter.
Yep.
Now, it's either him or Lance is going to be a crazy value this year, just based on where they're going.
As it stands right now, are you 100% drafting Purdy? Are you going like 8 Purdy, 2 Lance? Or...
It depends. So if like I have that San Fran stack and someone snipes Purdy, like yes, I will mix in Trey Lance. Yeah, but I am Purdy over Lance. Sorry, Mason. Mason Fancy Flock is he is on that Lance train, and there's no turning back.
I am going to go with 3 quarterbacks on this one. Jones and Love I'm sure I have other Jones and Love teams, so it's not a must go, but I'll stack up Bryce here. I like that. And then probably a receiver or a running back or a tight end. Let's do a moonshot.
You can go either or, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to do a moonshot tight end. I think likely might move up a little bit. I do. Not a ton. I don't think he'll be a huge riser. But I do think that Monken offense with tight ends, he legitimately could be someone that, if anything happens to Andrews, be the steal of drafts this year.
I'm basically between these two real quick.
Go Puka, since he's shooting up draft boards from what
I
haven't been in drafts, but
he really is. He really is. I'll grab him here. I was between like running back too, but I think I have enough with Breece Hall. This team relies on Breece Hall being healthy anyways.
Miss
if James Conner
1 or
hits,
2 weeks, Breece.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with this amount of draft capital at running back.
I think Connor will hit for exactly what we're all thinking he's going to hit for, right? Like I don't think he's going to be a top 5 running back, but
no, but if he's RB like too, he could easily be like RB15 or better, RB10 to RB15.
I was going to say I could see him be a RB10. Like
yeah,
it wouldn't shock me at the end of the year. He does
Colt
everything.
McCoy checks down the ball to the running back as well.
Yeah.
Like, look at the games that Connor played under him last year, and
team's not going to be great.
No.
Yeah.
Plenty of volume there.
Yeah. I like it.
Humble Legend brings in Lenny.
So were there any Pounders in this draft?
Yeah, Humble Legend.
Omega, isn't he?
Omega. I want to say Johnny Bags, maybe. But shit, Mr. Glass going Ayuk at 49 is my favorite thing to do right now. I'm going to end up with over 20% Ayuk, which is fine.
Where am I at with Ayuk right now? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm peeking myself here.
In the big board, I had 18.
21%.
And what do I currently have? Big board 18. So I've been able to keep my Ayuk exposure up even with my Godwin exposure. I dig it.
2483 build. I like this build so far. Yeah, this is a strong team from the one spot. I hope this is an RB like Pierre Strong or I like Anaconda, but he's gone.
13%.
If this is a Pierre Strong pick, like this guy smashed the draft, in my opinion. Let's see.
It's the last pick, so we're gonna have to go back in, aren't we?
Yeah. We'll pull it up. We'll go over everyone's draft real quick. There's my cardio drafts. Been trying to catch up on those.
Are you done?
Yeah, I am. Zamir White. Yeah, I'm cool with that pick too. No, I have one more. I have to do one more.
One more. Okay.
I have to post the 2 on Twitter today. Back-to-back walks. So hot out. Dog couldn't even make it on the second one.
Baby strapped to the chest, doing a draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh Allen at 31 for Humble Legend. Like, how can you not love that? Kenny Pickett also to value. I like this pairing. That's beautiful. Dolchich, Higbee, and Knox. I think it works. And he got these two at a pretty damn good value. That's sweet. Running backs, Walker, Robinson, Harris, McKinnon, Warren, Lenny. I think it works. Lenny, I don't think is the highest upside for this group.
Yeah.
Just from my just risk management standpoint, like I would take more of a risk.
Anaconda went after him. Yeah.
Yeah, Anaconda. Give
that
me
could
Pierre
be a
Strong.
fun ad there. Yeah, Pierre Strong.
Right. And Pierre Strong could get blown up by a vet that comes over to New England. There's no doubt. But right now, is he a smart click? Like, yes. Right now, he is a smart click.
Are you Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Where are you at on him? I thought I had your draft guide up right here, but I don't.
Nah, man. No. Just because
we
saw what happened last year. So he had a couple spike weeks early in the season, and then Pacheco was getting playing time over him before the injury. Then he gets injured, and when he comes back, didn't really have a role. And then they don't extend his 5th year. It's all negative from my standpoint. Now he could get traded somewhere, and potentially that's where his upside lies. But they re-signed McKinnon.
Where could he even get traded to, though? Honestly, like no.
Tennessee.
I'm with you. He's
Tennessee.
No, but I think Spears would crush him.
Yeah. For my team's sake, who took Spears here, not Tennessee, but I mean, Omega in the 8 spot goes Fields and Murray at risky, but I like Fields here at 56. It. Like, yes, please.
Fields and Murray. That's
Frymuth and McBride. This is a little thin for me. It's a little thin,
but I'm honestly fine with Frymuth if I need to use it other places, right? Like if I need another running back, I'm fine with it. But let's see if he needed it or not.
Gibbs, White, Jamal, Devin Singletary, Devonta Foreman, Kenneth Gainwell. It's just like a lot of people that aren't my guys, but could it work? Like, yeah, I think you have the right amount of capital here.
Yeah, I don't hate the amount. So
wide receivers: Lamb, Smith, McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, Johnston, Boyd, Mooney, Greg Dortch. I don't think the Greg Dortch pick.
I think Dortch could be a tight end. I think that's
sure.
your.
Yeah, look at the capital here at wide receiver.
I get it.
But
you get no receiver with Murray, but you did get a McBride with him, so I get it. I'm not going to judge you too much for it. I probably would have went a 3rd tight end though.
I would probably rather the rookie as well in Arizona. More of an X receiver type body build. I mean, he should dwarf everyone else on the team as well.
We have seen Dortch do it though.
Right here.
Like I like Wilson, but like Dortch was good when he had to fill in last year. Like legitimately good, drawing double-digit targets, 100-yard games. Like the rookie could do that. I don't know. I have some of both, but I don't know if I prefer one over the other.
I like it. And we had Deshaun Watson and Geno with Brock Purdy, 16 picks after. I like the value there. And honestly, BBM, where you're also shooting for regular season as well. That's why I bring in this third QB. If we don't bring in a QB here, this team is completely out from 1/3 of the price pool. Yep. I think that matters. It really does.
That's a good way to look at it. These guys doing like single quarterback teams in BBM. Like, I don't care if you get the number one scoring quarterback, you're not winning.
You're done.
So
you're done.
I hadn't thought about that.
Njoku, Kincaid, Komet. That's why you're on the show, my man. That's why you're here. We get a little value on here at Kincaid. We also get the Knox injury news. We don't know how serious it is yet, but if it is serious, you won't see this price point. It's gone. Komet, 16 picks after. That's pretty much why I picked him here. If you're not going to pick him at 159, I think I could have rolled with 2 here, but 3 is not bad either. I think that was fringe. Breece Hall, Connor, Penny, 16 picks after, Tajay, and Gus Edwards. I don't love the room, but it could work. Diggs, Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Lockett, JSN, Taekwon, Puka. So again, we get the Seattle double, which is always nice. We got the Cleveland stack with Watson and Njoku and the bring back in that game with Wilson and Breece Hall. I think this team's fine. It's not my best draft, but definitely not my worst.
If Breece is good, I think that team's good. If Breece needs, month and a half to really get ramped up to, then it's probably
screwed.
Probably not going to do a whole lot. But I have a bunch of Breece teams like that, so I'm right there with you.
Yeah, we get a small value on him as well, so we'll take it.
I like it.
And Drewski in the 12 spot, probably a pretty hard spot to be drafting after a couple pounders as well.
Oh, my favorite.
Jones, Love. Hey, you got enough top 5 picks. Was that yesterday? You're all done.
Yeah, that was nice.
The week.
That was nice.
Daniel Jones, Jordan Love, and Bryce Young. I think he got enough capital here. He also got a little bit of rushing upside with Jones. So how good do you feel just having like a rushing QB from an upside standpoint going through the playoffs? Does that give you any more certainty, or are you more comfortable with that one rushing QB?
I'm definitely more comfortable with it. Yeah. I mean, Bryce could too. We'll see what he does. I don't think he'll be a huge rusher, but if he rushes for 6-7 touchdowns, I would be blown away by that.
Yeah, when you get 26 after, so 2 full rounds, that's always nice.
Yeah, that was it. And it's stacked, so yeah. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Waller, Conklin, and Likely. I like it. You easily could have brought in maybe a lower upside tight end, but Likely, if there is an injury to Andrews, like, hello. Likely is the highest upside over there. I just worry that if you don't have the injury, which, I mean, we're shooting for upside. BBM, how many? 600,000 people in this tournament, 677,000 lineups. You need to shoot for upside. So I like the way you're thinking. But like when they bring in Odell, when they bring in Zay Flowers in the draft,
they don't play tight end.
I think you do need
loves tight ends. He loves them, man. He loves them. So
it took an injury last year, but this year will be different for sure.
And I'm actually fine stopping at Waller and Conklin that I had. So there was kind of a like that or running back. Let's take a shot on a guy.
Tight end 4 is just really it's going to depend. It's up for grabs. It could be anybody. It could be Njoku. It could be Waller. I mean, it could be any of those guys that go in that range. Could be Pitts. Could be, you know what I mean? So I think that's interesting. Could be Goddard. So I do like taking my shots on Waller. There's no reason he can't finish as a top 5 unless he gets hurt. I think that's
the injuries worry me, but again, we're not drafting for that. And he is the red zone guy to have with the Giants, right? Like, who else do you really want? Saquon, of course, but
I'm just realizing.
Isaiah Hodgins.
I'm just realizing we have to spin the wheel, the giveaway wheel.
Oh, yeah, who gets the towel?
If you guys haven't commented on that last video, go do it now. The one with Nez. We're gonna be spinning the wheel of names to be put into the randomizer. You guys have 60 seconds to go.
Flood it.
As I type these names in, I'll refresh that video in a minute, and whoever's there, that's what we'll do. Too cool, rad. Oh yeah, fancy dysfunctional. Dennis is there. We got Seth.
I'll go throw a comment on that after this.
Shit.
You go ahead and spin the wheel for everybody. I'm excited.
It's funny.
How many
the person that won the last one, won the last one, they it was their first time watching a stream.
Right. Did it get him to come back? Are they?
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, he's in the Discord.
Okay. I don't remember who won it. I'd have to go look.
Cameron. Shout out to Cameron.
Shout out to Cameron.
All right, so we have 20 seconds left. Let's give a little.
How far are you gonna follow Thornton up the board?
I think he could still go another 10 picks, to be honest. Okay. Yeah. I don't see a reason why he can't get another 10 picks. All right. We're pulling it up. Got caught here on my first UCC. Good draft, boys. All right, dude, you have 6 to go. You have 6 to go in 3 days. So you better get exercise in Omega. Good draft, my man. Good draft. All right, let's refresh this. Whoever
to do in 3 days.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. All right, let's pull it up. And let me make sure that fancy football garage. Yep. I think that's everybody. You said you're commenting on it. I'll add you on it.
No.
All right, you're out. He's gone. X'd.
Yeah.
He just got X'd.
Yeah. I don't think someone on the show should do it. I want to see someone win.
We have 6 people, so
Ooh,
basically the same
odds.
chance. Basically the same chance that Drew gets the 112.
Well, that's like the same chance as me getting one of them for being the highest big board guy. So.
Yes. All right, let's pull it up. My bad. Oh my god. X this out.
Who are the sickos on the wheel?
Share it and wheel time.
Jeez. Okay. For
Roger Goodell, clown nose towel. If you guys don't know the game, this. So the big reason I love these towels, Portnoy gave 40 or 60,000 of them away for free for Brady's first game back after the 4-game suspension. This season, they won they won that year.
I did not know this.
So he gave 60,000 of them away in the parking lot at Gillette. I just keep buying them for the Pounders because I want as many people to have them as possible.
All the secondary market Roger Goodell clown towels.
I have to buy them like $15 a piece, but it's worth it. We're spinning. Good luck. Last time someone got slow rolled. Oh, Paulie.
No, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's definitive right there.
That's pretty
Paulie,
straightforward.
Congrats, my man. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll hit you up. I know where you're at. But Drew, anything to say to the people before we sign out here?
No, that was fun. You should check out the Discord. It really is fun. Like I said, we're on there all times of the night. So if you are a night owl, it's got to be one of the better places. I don't know.
It's a good way to draft with, other sickos. And that's best way to put it. We also have the draft guide in there, a lot of other resources. people are talking about risers and fallers and all that good stuff. And I'm sure everyone that's made it this far into the video is most likely in the Discord anyways, and they already know. But guys, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us, doing that draft. We will catch you on the next one. Pounders.